Bezrat Hashem, the Zohar this morning, Parashat Devarim. The Zohar continues speaking about the scroll of Echa. Echa Yashva Badad. As you know, the prophet Yirmiyahu, Jeremy, was a prophet that was liked even by the king who destroyed the Bet HaMikdash. He used to love him. And he warned his soldiers not to touch a hair of the prophet Jeremy. And then what happens? As the Bet HaMikdash was destroyed, Jeremy the prophet was trying to go with Am Yisrael to the exile. But then he said to them, if you were going to go to exile, all of us, who is going to stay in Jerusalem to pray for your return? So what does he do? In the last moment, he turns around and he goes back to Jerusalem, and everybody goes to exile, to Babylon. Everybody cried. Everybody said, please, come with us. We need you. And then he told them, but I warned you. For 3 years I warned you. They even tried to kill him. Imagine, every time he would warn them that Hashem is warning them, that Hashem is telling them one day the enemy is going to come, he's going to destroy Jerusalem, he's going to kill them, he's going to exile them. Everybody made fun of Jeremy. And not only that, some of them even tried to kill him. And now they're crying. They're crying, going in exile, realizing that he was right and they were wrong. But he's telling him, now it's a little bit too late. Now they have to go to exile. Now they're going to go to exile. But he's going to be in Yerushalayim praying for their return. And truth is, that was the shortest exile ever. 70 years. It's true. Those 70 years costed a lot. All the ones exiled to Bavel forgot to speak Hebrew. Imagine, no one was speaking Hebrew anymore. All the ones going to Bavel forgot how to pray. The new generations, most of them got married to not Jewish ladies. From few millions that were exiled, only 40,000 people came back to Eretz Israel. So it's a short exile, but really painful exile. But still, they didn't suffer a lot. 70 years and they came back. But when everybody left, the prophet Yirmiyahu sits there and laments in Yerushalayim and saying, Echa Yashva Badad. How is it possible? This city that was full of life, this city that was young children running in every corner, people are sitting in every corner. How is it possible? Everybody was exiled. The city stayed all by herself, and he was sitting there all by himself, crying on those stones, right, of Bet HaMikdash, how much he warned them, and they didn't want to listen to him. And at the end, happened to them exactly what he warned them all about. So he's sitting there and crying and lamenting. And the Zohar this morning, Rabbi Levitas Choza'ah, is teaching us this exactly what the Nachash, what the serpent tried to do. He put Chava and Adam to the floor, which means they were in the summit of the world. They were so holy that the angels would come and give them food and feed them. The angels would look upon them, right? And what happens? In one turn, the Nachash was able to put Adam and Chava to the floor and be exposed of Gan Eden, right? Thrown away from the house of Hashem and starting to go in the world from one corner to the other, right? So he says that's the same Nachash. The Nachash, the serpent in this case, was the king of Babylon, right? Nebuchadnezzar. He came and he put everything to the floor. The whole glory of Yerushalayim was put to the floor. And that's the same story repeating himself with different people playing the role of the Nachash. This case, it was the king of Babylon. Why? Because we listened to him. If we don't listen to the Nachash, Chava listened to Nachash and she caused the death for her husband and her children. And we have to be careful from the Satan. The Gemara says the Satan has 3 hats. First, he's the evil inclination. Once you sin, he accuses you. He becomes the Satan. And after he accused you, he becomes the Malach HaMavet. Same angel, 3 different hats. So same thing, the serpent, he pushed Chava to sin, then he said, she listened to me, and then he caused them to be exposed from the Gan Eden. To teach you, if you start to listen to the Satan a little bit, if you start to listen to your evil inclination, the smallest bit, you should know you're into big trouble, because this is how it starts. It starts with a small thing and goes to very, 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 very far. So now you understand why in certain cases our sages put barriers around us. The Torah says something and Chachamim came and put other barriers, so we should not overpass and Chas v'Shalom transgress the laws of the Torah. So B'ezrat Hashem, hopefully, B'ezrat Hashem will listen to the words of the Torah, to the words of the prophets, to the words of Hashem, and will be able to come back to Jerusalem. Yerushalayim Ira Kodesh b'mehera b'yameinu. Amen.